The Metaverse and Future Job Interviews. The Metaverse is revolutionizing job interviews, offering immersive, accessible, and innovative hiring experiences. This video explores its impact, challenges, and practical tips for candidates navigating this evolving digital landscape. Immersive virtual environments. The Metaverse introduces immersive virtual environments for job interviews through platforms like Meta's Horizon Workrooms and Microsoft Mesh. These 3D spaces allow candidates and interviewers to interact as avatars in settings mimicking offices, conference rooms, or bespoke environments reflecting company culture. Candidates can dynamically showcase skills, such as presenting portfolios in a virtual gallery or collaborating on real-time tasks, offering a richer experience than video calls. Employers benefit by assessing candidates' ability to navigate digital spaces, a critical skill in tech-driven roles. For instance, a candidate might demonstrate problem-solving in a simulated project. A 2022 Gartner report forecasts that by 2026, 25% of people will spend an hour daily in the metaverse for work or socializing, indicating growing acceptance of these platforms. However, creating realistic and engaging environments requires significant investment, and user experience depends on platform stability and design, which can vary widely across providers. Global accessibility. The metaverse breaks down geographical barriers in hiring by enabling interviews without travel. Platforms accessible via VR headsets or browsers allow candidates from diverse locations to participate, reducing costs and expanding talent pools. This democratization fosters inclusivity, letting companies tap into global talent for remote or hybrid roles. A 2023 PwC study revealed that 70% of executives are investing in metaverse technologies to enhance remote collaboration, including recruitment. However, equitable access remains a challenge. VR headsets and high-speed internet aren't universally available, potentially excluding candidates from lower-income regions. Browser-based platforms mitigate this but may offer less immersive experiences. Companies must balance cutting-edge tech with inclusive solutions to ensure fairness. As metaverse adoption grows, organizations can attract diverse candidates, but addressing digital divides is crucial to prevent new forms of exclusion in the hiring process. Enhanced candidate assessment. Metaverse interviews enable innovative assessment methods, such as gamified or scenario-based tasks. Candidates might solve problems in a virtual workspace or lead a simulated team project, revealing soft skills like collaboration, adaptability, and creativity. These immersive setups provide deeper insights than traditional interviews, which often rely on verbal responses. AI-driven analytics and platforms can track metrics like response time, decision-making patterns, or avatar body language, offering objective data on candidate performance. For example, Accenture has used VR simulations to evaluate problem-solving skills, creating realistic scenarios for candidates to navigate. This approach helps employers assess how candidates perform under pressure or in team dynamics. However, designing effective simulations requires expertise to avoid superficial assessments. While powerful, these tools must be paired with clear evaluation criteria to ensure fairness and relevance, particularly as metaverse-based hiring becomes more common in tech and creative industries. Personalized and branded experiences. Companies can craft branded virtual interview spaces in the metaverse to reflect their culture, values, or products, enhancing candidate experience. For instance, a tech firm might host interviews in a futuristic virtual lab, immersing candidates in its innovative ethos. This creates memorable interactions, strengthening employer branding, and giving candidates a sense of the workplace before joining. Posts on X highlight companies like Walmart using VR for recruitment and training, signaling a trend toward tailored metaverse experiences. Such environments can showcase a company's identity, from startup vibrancy to corporate professionalism, making interviews more engaging than standard video calls. However, designing these spaces requires investment in design and technology, and overly stylized environments might distract from the interview's purpose. When executed well, branded virtual spaces differentiate companies in competitive hiring markets, fostering stronger connections with candidates while aligning with modern, tech-forward recruitment strategies. Technology barriers. The metaverse reliance on advanced technology poses significant barriers to equitable hiring. VR headsets, high-speed internet, and powerful devices are essential for immersive experiences but aren't universally accessible, particularly in lower-income regions or developing countries. This digital divide risks excluding talented candidates who lack the means for high-end setups. Browser-based platforms like Spatial offer more inclusive alternatives, requiring only a computer or smartphone, but they may lack the depth of VR experiences. Companies must balance immersive technology with accessibility to avoid alienating diverse talent pools. A 2023 PwC study noted that 70% of executives are investing in metaverse technologies, yet adoption must consider inclusivity. Without addressing these barriers, companies risk creating new forms of inequity, favoring candidates with better resources. Offering flexible interview formats and providing hardware support or subsidies could help ensure broader access to metaverse-based recruitment. Privacy concerns. Metaverse interviews raise significant privacy concerns due to extensive data collection. Platforms may track metrics like eye movements, avatar interactions, or response times, often using AI to analyze candidate behavior. While this provides valuable insights, it risks overstepping ethical boundaries if candidates aren't fully informed or consenting. A 2024 Forbes article noted that 60% of job seekers are wary of sharing personal data in virtual environments, highlighting widespread unease. Companies must ensure transparent data practices and comply with regulations like GDPR or CCPA to build trust. Without clear consent protocols, candidates may feel surveilled, deterring participation. Additionally, data breaches in virtual platforms could expose sensitive information, damaging employer reputations. Balancing analytical benefits with ethical data use is critical as metaverse hiring grows. Companies should prioritize secure platforms and clear communication about data collection to maintain candidate confidence in these innovative interview formats. Learning curve. Adopting metaverse platforms for interviews introduces a learning curve for both candidates and interviewers. Navigating virtual environments like Horizon Workrooms or Microsoft Mesh requires familiarity with controls, avatar customization, and spatial interactions, which can intimidate less tech-savvy individuals. Candidates may struggle to present themselves effectively if unfamiliar with the platform, while interviewers need training to manage virtual spaces and evaluate candidates fairly. This learning curve could disadvantage those with limited exposure to VR or 3D environments, potentially skewing assessments. Companies must provide clear instructions, tutorials, or practice sessions to level the playing field. As metaverse adoption grows, proficiency in these platforms may become a standard skill, particularly in tech and design roles. To ensure inclusivity, organizations should offer support, such as pre-interview onboarding, to help candidates adapt, ensuring the focus remains on their qualifications rather than their technical comfort. Bias and fairness. Avatar-based metaverse interviews could reduce biases tied to physical appearance, such as race or attire, by allowing candidates to present as customizable avatars. However, new biases may emerge if platforms or algorithms are poorly designed. For example, candidates with access to high-quality VR setups or polished avatars might be favored, inadvertently prioritizing wealth or tech savviness over skills. Subtle algorithmic biases in AI-driven analytics, like those assessing avatar movements, could also skew evaluations if not calibrated for diversity. Companies must ensure virtual environments are standardized and accessible to minimize disparities. While the metaverse offers a chance to rethink traditional biases, it requires careful design to avoid replacing old inequities with new ones. Regular audits of platforms and clear evaluation criteria can help maintain fairness, ensuring that metaverse interviews assess talent equitably as they become more prevalent in recruitment. Future outlook. By 2030, the metaverse is expected to become a standard recruitment tool in tech, gaming, and creative industries, driven by advancements in VR and AI. Experts predict AI-powered virtual interviewers will conduct initial screenings, analyzing responses and behaviors in real time, streamlining hiring processes. Proficiency in navigating virtual environments may become a job requirement, particularly for tech and remote roles, reflecting a broader shift toward digital fluency. Hybrid models will likely emerge, blending metaverse interviews with traditional formats to offer flexibility. A 2022 Gartner report suggests that by 2026, 25% of people will engage daily in the metaverse, signaling growing comfort with these platforms. However, success depends on addressing accessibility, privacy, and bias challenges. Companies adopting metaverse recruitment early can gain a competitive edge, but they must prioritize inclusivity and ethical practices to fully realize its potential in transforming hiring. Practical tips for candidates. To excel in metaverse interviews, candidates should prepare strategically. First, familiarize yourself with platforms like Horizon Workrooms or Spatial by practicing navigation and avatar customization to build confidence. Ensure a stable internet connection and, if targeting metaverse-forward industries, consider investing in a basic VR headset for immersive experiences, though browser-based options suffice for many roles. Use your avatar and virtual space to reflect your professional brand. Customize thoughtfully but keep it workplace appropriate to avoid distractions. Ask interviewers about the company's metaverse use to understand its integration into daily operations, showing engagement and insight. Test your setup beforehand to avoid technical glitches, and practice presenting portfolios or solving tasks in virtual environments. By mastering these platforms and showcasing adaptability, candidates can stand out in metaverse interviews, aligning with the evolving demands of tech-driven hiring processes. The metaverse is reshaping job interviews, blending innovation with challenges. As it evolves, candidates and employers must adapt, ensuring inclusive, ethical practices to unlock its full potential in recruitment. Thanks for watching.